You're watching and listening to Wood and Erek. The show begins now.
Good morning, Eric.
Good evening, Wood. How are you?
I am so excited. It's episode 11, show 11. We made it to legs 11.
Legs 11? What does that mean?
You haven't heard that?
No.
Oh, it's a bingo term. You know, bingo.
Oh, okay.
You know when like they have the balls in the big rotator turny thing and they call them out?
Yeah.
Legs 11. 11, legs 11. I don't know any others other than like, because they look like legs. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
Let's check the voicemail, shall we?
Okay, let's hear it.
You have new messages.
Hey, this is Wood.
And Eric from
The
the
Everything's
Everything's
Taken
Taken
podcast.
podcast.
Forgot we did that.
What?
This is a podcast that's more unpredictable than the weather forecast. Eric, your jokes are really slick. I don't know how you think of them so quick. Wood, you're a man that is good. Your hair is like a hood. What's your favorite food?
Okay, so it rhymes.
I gotta say, no matter how good you both are, when is the man, the myth, the legend's turn? The star we want to know, the one thing we want to learn. What is the real identity of the intern? Mario players, grocery store haters, climbing trees, Pokejohn speeding through your games like a breeze. The case of rubbing bums on doors needs your expertise.
Oh my
Even
god!
Sherlock Holmes completely agrees. We know that deep inside your
It's
heart,
still going.
you really do want that go-kart. I know these rhymes aren't really
Oh.
flaming,
You
but
bought
let
it.
me hear you
I
say
did buy
again, gaming. The work that
gaming,
goes into
there's
these
so many
shows is immense,
references.
and it never ever gets too intense. Either Eric's voice or his mic is real soothing. Wood, on the other hand, is very amusing. But the biggest mystery, even bigger than the intern, who is the other guy? The suspense really makes me burn.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm looking forward to the most? It's the one and only Tubies, with Intern as a co-host. The podcast always has a pretty good
this
flow.
is so
By the
long.
way, Wood, what are your thoughts on Halo and Zelda while you're at it?
Oh.
Y'all are fantastic, and no, I'm not being sarcastic. All of you, even the intern, deserves a prize.
How long
Also,
does the
another
voicemail
question.
allow?
What's your franchise? Oh yeah, also, for the Tubies, okay, I was trying to think of a rhyme, but there's this guy called Stephen He on YouTube. He's a really good comedy channel, so I would like to nominate him for best comedy. Anyway, thanks a lot for the podcast, you guys. You guys are amazing. That's it. Bye. See ya.
Message deleted.
That was incredible!
Honestly, that's one of the best things I've ever heard.
I
in my
think that's my
entire life.
favorite thing that's happened on the show.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
went so long, but there wasn't a moment it was boring. There were so many references to every episode so far, and I love
When
that.
When he said gaming, I nearly
Yes,
spit out.
gaming
my
was
coffee.
great. I
For
love
real.
that he ran out of rhymes at some point, and it all messed up, so as to assume that he was making that all up on the fly, and then finally ran out. That is hilariously entertaining. I loved
is
that.
Poetry in motion.
Oh my god,
10
thank
out of
you
10.
so much. That is like fan art. That's like a level of
That's-
fan art I've never experienced. A fan poem.
Wow, that's great.
I love it. Thank you so much. Speaking of very confusing voicemails, I want to say, last week we had someone phone in with that very anonymous, squeaky voice secret.
They were like, what were they? They were trying to. They said they had something that belonged.
They had
to
something
you.
that belongs to me that would solve a show mystery. I don't know about you. I have not heard back from them. There's been no email, no messages. They have not called back in again. We have no way to contact them because they left it under an anonymous number. So they've just added a mystery to the show that might never be solved.
That in itself is its own mystery. I think it's. I don't know.
Ironic.
Well, the lines will be open later today, so maybe they'll be able to call in.
Actually,
It's
that's
sounded
true.
like they were going to unmask the intern. Honestly,
that is true. Intern, and you weren't here last week. Welcome back to the show.
yeah.
How was
I
your kung
was.
fu training?
Oh, it was pretty good. I think they learned a lot.
Yeah, okay. Well, you were teaching kung fu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Was that? I thought I made that clear. There was a wild group of chipmunks living on a mountain, and they wanted to learn how to, they wanted to learn the ways of dim mak, the killer punch using your key,
Did
the
you
one
say
hit punch.
chipmunks?
Yes.
Like
it
Alvin?
and
Alvin?
his-
No, like monks. They're monks of the chip variety.
What? Okay. I'm literally only picturing a chipmunk, although now he's in a little coat. All right. Well, what do you think about the mystery? Do you think it was pertaining to you, or?
I mean, the mystery that stood out the most to me in all of our episodes was the one that you solved on the very first episode when you reached out to the beer company.
Oh yeah.
That was a that was a myth. But I've solved that mystery.
Yeah. So what is there even left?
You and the mug, which, by the way, the mug.
Yeah, you know what?
I got a message
Gold
2
mug.
days after the podcast, so it can't be about the mug, because I got a message from the merch guy saying, "Good news, the gold mug has finally been shipped."
She's out there.
What a joke this was. 11 episodes it took. 12 weeks, technically, to get this winner a gold mug.
I don't even know what to say. Honestly, I'm just flabbergasted.
It's been
Pretty
shipped
incredible.
about 4 days ago. We haven't heard a word, so they either have it and haven't said, or it's still not there. But if you bought a mug in the last week, there's a very high chance a gold mug is headed your way.
Yes. So make sure you contact us. Come forward. We would love to have you on the program
Yeah,
and get you involved in
absolutely.
all this tomfoolery that happens here.
And once this bow has finally been tied, a gold bow, we're going to untie it and then place several more gold bows for a future promotion that we're not going to get into right now. But we love the idea of the gold mug. We just want to streamline it a little bit and do it again,
But more frequently.
and hopefully a little easier to win.
Yes, absolutely.
Speaking of winning and winning life in general, you, Mr. Erek, have won recently.
I have. What did I win?
Won a new home.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously, yeah, okay. Yeah, so obviously backdrop's a little bit different. Jacket's different too, but
Yeah, that's a very nice jacket. For those listening and not watching, Erek looks incredible today. He has clean shaven everything other than the glorious stash. He's wearing a very nice jacket, and he's sitting in a brand new location with some shelves behind you now.
I finally have room. I filmed a video last week before we moved, just taking the camera around the garage, showing everybody where I was sitting. I actually meant to send that to you to play for the show today, but I forgot.
Oh.
But yeah, we moved house the other day. And man, I tell you, there's just so much stuff that you think you don't remember that you have, because we had a lot of
Oh
stuff
my
in
God,
storage.
yeah,
So
I
we're
could tell you a
unpacking
story.
boxes and boxes and boxes. And I've got clothes that I haven't seen in a long time. Like once upon a time, I used to dress really well. So I finally had access to
Oh,
my
that's why
wardrobe.
so you found a nice jacket.
I found I have many jackets. So I figured, you know what? I've embraced the stash now. It is what it is. But I made the mistake of using a really cheap razor last night, and my face was bleeding all over. So there's a couple bits of foundation happening.
I have an Adam's apple. Don't know if you've seen. But
Who's
for
Adam?
some reason, mine is like really pointy. Like it gets to a point. Like I feel like if someone intruded
yeah.
in my house, I could probably like neck slam them and stab them in the eye with this thing. And every time I shave, I cut this thing. And the worst was recently I was doing a sponsor spot and I was filming the sponsor spot.
Oh, no.
And it's a really nice sharp blade. Nothing wrong with the blade, but my Adam's apple is like, oh, it does it every time. I nicked it, obviously, on the point, and it feels horrible. It just started gushing out with blood. But Kim was still trying to film the sponsor spot with me, so I kept having to get a towel, wipe the blood away, and then quickly like, so relaxing while it was just like all over the sink. It's the worst.
Nothing like endorsing some razors. Oh, clean shave every time.
Yeah, a nice clean cut shave.
Wait, blades are so sharp you don't even notice you slit yourself. Oh man.
So how's the new place? How's the new area?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice, quiet little area. Well, quiet. We're next to like a main road kind of highway. So this kind of road here, if you were to get off onto it, you could essentially go straight up to Melbourne.
Oh.
So it's kind of off that highway-ish area. So it's nice area. We're in a court.
Ooh, must
it's
be
got-
very nice.
It's got a nice little backyard, so my son can run around and play around. So a couple things were amiss. We're renting right now, and usually what happens with rentals is the tenant that's occupying the place before you has to give it a good clean. They didn't give it a good clean. The real estate people said that they had professional cleaners come in, which I don't know about that because there's so much stuff that we had to fix and clean. Like I actually had to make additions to the house so far to make it more safe and more baby proof. So it's a work in progress.
I
That's how
never
it's all
told
happening.
anyone this, but when we moved into our last rental property, the one we used to live in, the floors smelled like piss because they had 2 cats who weren't neutered, and they let the cats pee everywhere. And when we were going through the house, didn't smell, but they had the carpets cleaned, which brought out all of the aroma. And so for the first 6 months of us living there, it smelled like cat pee, and it was the worst.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I think there was a dog here in this house before us. So they had to steam clean or shampoo all the carpets and everything, but it left a really weird musty smell. Like you would think if you shampoo the carpets, it's going to smell nice, but actually
it doesn't. It makes it worse.
Everything's so we've had candles, we've had air diffusers going, like we've had windows open, just trying to like make it smell somewhat normal. So,
well, I'm glad you're settled in. I'm really excited to have this episode with you in your new place. So, what do you say?
Yes.
We get it underway?
Let's go.
Okay, mate.
Hey, Wood, have you heard about the valued viewer form?
I have heard about the valued viewer form.
You know what? We were looking through the valued viewer form earlier today doing our show prep, and we thought, you know what? Why don't we bring one of the valued viewers on the program?
Sorry.
So I had a look at the very first submission that we had.
Oh.
And I figured, you know what? Why don't we give him a call?
Okay.
Calling. We're gonna call you. Calling. Out of the blue.
Yeah, so we have hundreds of replies on the valued viewer form so far, and a huge thank you to the community and the valued viewers that have been filling out the form. And you're right, we went back to the very first form, and we don't know how we missed this on the very first form, but a valued viewer by the name of Dennis wrote in. He wanted us to address his wife and peacefully confront her about something that I'm not going to say until he's on the line. But I think this is really, is he already
We get him.
Hello?
No, not yet. I'm trying. I went to voicemail first time. We'll try him again here in a second.
Try him again.
Intern.
I wonder if we're able to leave a voicemail. We've never tried that.
The irony of us leaving a voicemail.
We might
one of
need
our
to if he
valued
doesn't
viewers.
answer.
Would you like to leave a voicemail? I think I could manage that.
Try calling him once more, and then if he doesn't answer on the third try, we will do voicemail.
Okay. All right.
Okay. There's a good chance because it's been like 11 weeks. He might have got bored of the show.
I mean, he may not even be watching anymore. Just totally forgot about Wood and the other guy.
He was the first person to ever fill out a form. He might not even have learned the other guy's name.
Yeah, I don't even know who the other guy is.
Me neither,
It
really.
could be the intern.
Was it Barrick? Like, what is it?
I don't know. What?
This is just
it'd be exciting. It'd be exciting if we can actually get him on the line because there's quite a controversial topic that he's listed that we want to get to the bottom of.
This is just that awkward moment in every show when.
Oh yeah, for sure. This will be
and we're just like, what do we do? What do we do? Because you can't.
Yeah, we just can't give away the rest of the show yet.
Yeah, I mean we can't skip ahead. Apparently he's not answering. So.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we just
let's leave him a voicemail. Try and get him on next week.
All right. I'll go ahead and give him a call, and I'll merge it in right away, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. It doesn't read out his number or anything, does it?
Oh, it does.
Okay.
It does actually. Good call.
Maybe merge it after. I've made that mistake before. I actually almost doxed. I don't know who it was, but I was trying to call a YouTuber on a stream, and it went through to their voicemail, and it was like, the caller at 798. And I was just like talking and like, well, I guess he's not going to. Oh, God. I learned that the hard way.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, while we're waiting,
yeah,
I've got some lights behind me. I mean, we've got it set on pink, but this is pretty cool. Like, you can change it to green. And
well, that looks nice, actually. But I like that you have it orange because it sort of sets that like, the late night vibes over here on my side with the purple, and then the morning sunrise over there with the orange.
Yeah, I like it. It's the new look, the new face, the new facade, the new me.
Very nice.
I look forward to leaving this voicemail.
I know, so do I. I do like the mustache. I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah, you gotta be at this point.
I shaved last night, and Amber looked at me, and she was like, "Ooh," ooh. But now I think.
Now that I think about it, I forgot.
Nothing has been recorded. Record your message after the tone. Simply hang up when done. Or for delivery options, press the pound sign.
Hi, Dennis. It's Wood.
And Eric
And
from
Erek.
the Wood and Eric Show.
From the Wood and Erek Show. Look, we've been trying to call you all day non-stop. Quite frankly, you're giving us the runaround. If you could give us a call back, because you wrote into the show that you wanted us to address your wife about something, and we want to get to the bottom of it, because that's what we do over here.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to add, Eric?
Well, look, yeah, it's quite a pressing topic. So make sure you give us a call back, leave us a valued viewer voicemail, and we'll try and get you next week on the Wood and Eric Show.
Or like today, if you hurry up. All right, bye.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk now? I don't. Okay, good. We could talk.
All
The
set.
intense
There we
again.
go.
That was good.
All
Thank
right.
you, intern.
Well, hopefully Dennis will call back by end of the show. If not, we'll get him next week. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Do what we do. We do what we can. You know, we can only do so
Yeah.
much.
So look, we haven't played some games in a while.
I know. I want to play games. It's a game day.
I think it's
game night.
It's game time, game day. So what are we playing?
Well, we could play. I don't know. How about this?
Oh, yeah. Randomly generated, baby. Randomly generated, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Intern, do you need me to send you the link for the?
No, I come prepared for these sorts of things. I'm a professional.
All right, this is how this works. There is a website we found when we were fledgling podcasters looking for topics where you could randomly generate any topic. The Intern has that website. They're going to randomly generate us a topic we're going to talk about. This could fail, or this could go really well. We've played this twice so far, and we have a 50-50 hit ratio. So
The first one was really good. We
the
talked
second
about
one,
coffee machines and games. The second one, it's been cut out of the show.
Wait, was it? Oh, was it really cut? It was that bad?
No, it just dragged on, and it was.
But
either
it
we
was
kept
cut
it and
out
we
of the
went
show.
over- Yeah, we bumped it out.
Oh my god. Well, this might get cut from the show. Let's see what we got.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. So the question is, how do you think traveling to a lot of different countries might change a person?
Oh. Whoa.
You couldn't have picked
Was that
some better
really the
guys.
first one you got? All right,
You
well,
go first one.
our immediate reaction to that is because, hey, hello, look at us. I moved countries, you moved countries, and since then we've
yeah.
both become completely different people. I don't even know where to begin, really, because I have a billion thoughts running through my head, but moving and traveling has changed me immensely. It's made me a completely different person for the better. For me, talking specifically, I lived in a relatively small town of Adelaide, Australia. About 1 million people live there. I know that's a lot of people still, but they're pretty spaced out, and it's still, a small town. It's not like I'm living somewhere, Adelaide is like so out there on their own. Like when bands come to concert, they don't go to Adelaide. They don't bother. Like you always have to travel somewhere to see anything or do anything fun. It's that kind of vibe, right? And so growing up with also a lot of mental health issues and depression, I really just felt like the entire world revolved around me and my issues. I had no scope for anyone else or anything else. And it wasn't till I started traveling and seeing other places and meeting other people and learning about other people's issues and what other cultures face in their day-to-day life that I started to realize there was a lot more to the world and a lot more to people than just what happens to me in my little country bumpkin Morphett Vale hometown in Adelaide. And just by meeting those people and learning from those people and traveling and realizing that the whole world didn't just revolve around me, I feel like I started to just become a better person. That, and I was working on myself intentionally in many ways, but that eye-opening experience of other cultures and other places really did open my eyes. Even recently, visiting Japan for the first time and seeing how nice that culture is and seeing how they cooperate together as a culture to get things done and to work and just generally be like super nice people. Like I take a lot from that too and realize that we could all be a lot nicer to each other and it really wouldn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think traveling is a really good thing for people to do, especially at a young age. Like I came to Australia when I was 21, so I'm 28 now. So I basically spent most of my 20s living overseas, and I think it's a really good thing for people to do, just to go out and see something new. Like coming from where I grew up in upstate New York and Pennsylvania, you didn't really see a whole lot other than, your Friday night football games, all the guys dressed in camo talking about shooting deer on the weekend. That was pretty much it. You know, your job prospects were minimal. You either go to school, you get a degree that you have to pay off forever, or you work at Walmart. And you know that is people's realities, and you know whether unfortunate or not, however you want to describe it. But I just figured, you know, I wanted to do something else. I felt like I was destined for more. So here I am sitting in Australia. Has it changed me for the better? Yeah, for sure. I'm married. I have a son now. I mean, of course, both you and I met our respective partners in our respective countries. So of course, traveling is a must. Obviously, it's not the case now. But definitely once the world opens back up, I think it's very important for people to go out and see other people, experience other cultures, and just see what else is happening there, because there's always more than what meets the eye even in your own hometown. You know what I mean? So I liked your hometown when I came to visit you. I thought it was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Adelaide. It was quaint. It was cozy, but I was definitely in a bubble. I think Adelaide itself is in a bubble, and Australia is also in a bubble. In Australia's bubble. Do you think you would have changed a similar way or as much if you had stayed in America and had a wife and kids there?
I don't think for example, coming over here, I feel like I fast tracked my life.
Yep.
Rather than, because I had no real prospects at all at home. I mean, like I was working in telecommunications, so I was working at Syracuse University doing cabling and stuff. But that was about it. You know what I mean? Like it was either I bit the bullet and went to school, like I said, and just paid hundreds of thousands for a degree that I may not have been able to use, or just went off and just did something else. You know, like a lot of people here talk about a gap year between high school and college. Essentially, I did that. I'm still on a gap year. You know what I mean? Like I've just taken all my talents and put them into, like, you know, working in a studio and making my income come from my talents and my hobbies and stuff.
Yeah.
I think over in the US, I may not have had the opportunity to do that just because of my surroundings. Probably the same thing, I guess, applies for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's really an interesting observation too, because we were both forced to rely on our talents to make money initially. Me moving overseas, not having, you know, a way to get a job in America, I had more time, but I was also forced to do the YouTube thing and to do the online content creation and spend time doing that. And a lot of it was even for other people. I would edit things or Photoshop things for other people to earn a couple of bucks that way. And that all grew my skills. And I don't know, if I had stayed in Australia, I would have kept working my job, that safe, reliable job, and doing YouTube as a hobby. And I don't think it ever would have taken off or ever gotten to the point that it's at on its own. It's because I was forced to do that and only that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And for sure, like even now, I think I could probably go back and get a normal job and feel complacent and feel safe. But it's like, there's more to life than that for me, and I'm not dissing that for other people. I mean, I'm lucky, and I'm aware of the opportunity that I have with, for example, Amber's working situation. So she works full time.
Yeah,
she's a breadwinner here, and that gives me the opportunity to come in and spend half a day on a Wednesday, which if I was working a normal 9 to 5, I wouldn't be able to. Doing this show or doing Twitch streams or doing YouTube or doing any other editing jobs for anybody else, because I have that window of time, because I don't have the pressures of how am I going to pay rent this week? You know what I mean? So it's more relaxed, and it allows me to pursue my hobbies and eventually let them grow, give it time to organically grow. So had I have not left the States, honestly, I couldn't tell you where I would be, what I'd be doing, and I don't want to know.
I know what I'd be doing, and I'd be probably still working at Bunnings Warehouse 9 to 5, or for me it was 5 to like 10 because I worked at night, and just doing YouTube as a hobby. I probably would have given up on YouTube by now, to be honest. But that's what I'd be doing. I didn't have aspects or dreams or any of that stuff either. That all came from just traveling one time, and then everything blew up.
Yep. Case in point. Now we swap locations. I do want to go back to the US at some stage.
Yeah, I want to go back to Australia too. Not to live, but
yeah, I know what you mean. But hey, you never know. But yeah, definitely recommend traveling once everything comes back to normal, if it ever comes back to normal. Traveling, see the world, meet some different people. You never know.
You never know. All right, cool. Good topic, Intern. Crushed it. Should we play Fact or Fibber now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. I'm excited. Oh, the day I long for the intern to be in control of the transitions and the music so that I don't have to do it every time. Intern, please. By next week, can we figure that out?
Man, I sure hope so.
Yes,
we need to promote him to producer role first.
Can we? Should we do that now? Should we do that now?
Okay, I think it's time.
Intern, we are proposing something to you right now. By next show, Would you like to? Let me explain your responsibilities first. Be in
Yeah,
control of the stream, of the transitions, of the effects and the music and the sound bites and all of that if we upgrade you to producer and double your pay rate because you are a paid intern.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, great, cool. We got that figured out. We got that sorted. Definitely wasn't pre-planned. All right, cool. Very exciting. Speaking of producer, we get to call him producer now.
Oh, the P word.
producer.
Does it go into effect immediately? No, because
It
then we have
does.
to double your pay for today. Intern,
Okay, you know what?
intern, can you get on the line 3 callers? So now is the time to call into the show at 210-951-4927. We're going to be taking calls to play a little game that goes a little something like this.
Fact fever. Gonna tell the guys to. And we'll see if it's fair or a fact. Fact fever. Gonna tell the guys to. And we'll see if it's fair or a fact.
Eric, how do we play?
Well, you call in, and what you have to do is try and fool us, whether it's a fact or a fib. So you're going to tell us a story. For example, I walked on the moon the other day, and then
Ooh,
of course we
did
would say
you?
fact,
Oh,
and then
I believe it.
and then you win.
Oh, wait, really? You walked on the moon?
And I don't know, or am I fibbing?
I thought we were playing out how it would go.
Okay.
And then you would say, no, I'm lying. And I would say, oh, you win.
Oh, you win a valued viewer certificate. They're coming.
Yes,
All right, I've got
actually,
the-
yes.
I've got the first listener on in the waiting room. Are you wanting to
yeah, bring him
yet?
in. I'll explain what I was about to explain to them.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Do we
Hello, how are
do
you?
we have a good morning or a good evening here?
Hey, Wood. Hey, Eric.
That sounds like a good evening. You sound American.
Yes.
Yeah.
Angel without wings.
Oh, well.
How you
of course. How are you? Nice to talk to you again.
I'm great.
All
great.
right. We're playing Fact or Fib. Did you play last time?
No, I did not.
Okay, great. So you will tell us a story right now. We'll guess if it's a fact or a fib. If you fool us, you're actually going to be the first winner now knowing what the certificate looks like, the valued viewer certificate. It's glorious, ain't it?
Yes.
Okay, so you're hoping to win one of those. You'll be winner number 4, I think. Don't hold me to that. What is your story?
Fingers crossed.
Well, my story is I was down at the Scope doing the wrestling match, watching and everything else. Afterwards, I actually met Ric Flair at Have a Nice Day Cafe and outdrank him that night.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Because here's what I'm thinking immediately. I believed everything up to I outdrank him last night, and that could be Angel's little twist to get us.
You know what? I want to say it's a fact.
This is not my answer, but I want to know why you picked fact.
I don't know. It just seems like the delivery was there.
It was.
But-
So here's my thinking. I know that Ric Flair does wrestle in what do you call those circuits? Like hometown circuits, like indie circuits, right?
Yeah.
And I do believe he would have gone out and had drinks. Now, I'm so torn on whether or not you actually outdrank him. That could be the twist. So you say
Maybe.
fact.
Maybe age is a factor here. Maybe he couldn't consume as much adult soda. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he wasn't even trying. Maybe this is just Angel was watching him across the bar and was just going like one for one, like I out. But Rick had no idea this was going on.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I believe it. I'm gonna say
Okay,
it's
we'll
a
go fact.
This is true.
Yes, we did a sound effect. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding ding ding.
Yay!
We'll put it in post. We'll put it in post. All right, tell us
Thank
more.
Needless to say, because Ric Flair was there and had Shane McMahon and everybody else, in the area, rooting him on and everything else, there were bets put on the table in regards to it of, oh, he's a legend. He'll outdrink her any day. You say within the hour he was on the floor crying. I walked away for
I
$200.
don't think he
Right.
was crying on the floor.
Well, there
Pretty
you go.
much.
Okay, well, congratulations. You're cooler than me.
That was That's pretty cool. That's
Thanks.
pretty cool
Thank you
story.
so much. We'll get that.
And I was
certificate.
only 23 at the time, so
well,
trust me, I could
that-
handle
that
my liquor when it come down to it.
No, that explains it. It's the youth. All right.
Right?
Shoot
In the
us,
Navy, when you sail the 7 seas and drink your way through.
shoot us an email. One drink and Eric's anyone's. Shoot us an email, and we'll get you that form. Thank you. All right, intern. Next caller, please.
All right, I'll bring in the next caller.
right.
By the way, guys, if you're listening, there's spot for one more caller if you want to call in.
Ooh.
All right, and here's
Hello.
the second caller.
You're live on the show. Who are we talking with today?
Hey guys, it's Beowulf from the chat.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
How are you
doing?
going?
Very good, very good.
Are you driving right now?
No, I'm on my truck, so I'm on my Bluetooth. Sorry if you can't hear me too good.
No, you're good. You're great. As long as you're safe. As long as you're safely driving
Yeah.
with hands-free Bluetooth.
Yeah, I'm parked and everything. I'm just in my truck on Bluetooth.
Great. Okay.
But yeah, I got a good story for you, I think.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
All right. So on my 8th anniversary, my wife and I went to San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
We went to La Jolla Beach at night, where we found a bunch of seals on the beach and a stairway leading down to them. I crept down there, doing my best Steve Irwin impersonation,
Crikey.
and creeped up on a seal. And when I petted him, he turned around and started chasing me down the beach. So I had to dodge all these seals while other ones were yelling at me to make sure that I got away and get back up to the stairs.
Okay,
It was
now
crazy.
here's my immediate thinking. I'm immediately thinking false. Here's why, Eric. Let me tell you why.
Okay, tell me.
Someone with too many details is lying. I've always gone by that. And I actually believed that story up to the seal started chasing me. But when he added, I felt like he was trying to find a funny layer. And he was like, I was dodging all these seals. That's the point. I was like, really dodging all these seals?
It was covered. There were so many. They were all over the beach.
You know what? I almost kind of believe it because it's like, surely a lot of seals, they're trying to protect their kin, right? So if they find somebody that's trying to pet a fellow seal, they're going to try and chase him down, you know? So I think I'm on the fact train here.
Can I quickly just jump in here? And this has
Yeah,
nothing to... Sorry, caller. Did I give Angel a certificate even though she didn't catch us?
Yes, you did.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I thought it'd be fun.
I'm only just now realizing that I did that. And Angel didn't say anything either. She was like, oh, okay, yeah, great, I'll email. Sorry. All right, what are we going with here? Are we going with fact or false?
Well, you know what? We went with... Did we lean with mine last time?
Yes,
So maybe we'll lean with yours.
I am going towards false here.
Okay, we'll lean with false.
Okay, yeah, you got me.
Yes!
Dang it.
Was the whole story false or just up to that last bit?
Up to the last bit. So
Yes,
I did climb down the
told
stairs,
you!
and there was
I told you!
there was a seal at the bottom, and I did pet him, and he turned around and yelled at me in my face, and my stomach dropped, and I just ran back up the stairs.
All of that was believable, but you added too many details. That is the killer here. Too many details.
You know, I'm the guy who called about the McDonald's Michael Jackson thing last time too.
Oh, you didn't learn your lesson!
Hey, that's what you get for trying to seal the deal.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling
sorry,
in.
guys.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye. I love that. He didn't learn his lesson after last time. I'm trying to teach this guy how to lie.
Maybe we'll school him on that. But hey, that was a good attempt. I believed it.
Yeah, well, it's because you're not an expert truth detector like I am. Intern, did we get one more?
We've got one more.
Oh,
So I'll go ahead and bring him on
bring
in.
him in. I love this
Bring 'em on
game.
in.
I love this game. We should play this more.
All right, here you go.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who are we talking to?
I am Everett Drums in the chat.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for calling
in.
Okay.
We're gonna play fact or
Oh, you're
fibber.
welcome. Okay, so my story is in my backyard. There's a trampoline, and I was over there with a few of my friends, and my little brother walks up to the window in the house above the trampoline and is knocking to get our attention, but he hits too hard and shatters the window.
Okay.
Is that the story?
Yeah, not too many details, which is good because that leaves us having to figure this out. I will say two things. One, story believable. not too many details, but it did sound like they may have been
stutter.
It kind of sounded like they were reading the story, almost like.
Yes.
Did you type the story down just so you didn't forget it while you were telling us? I'm not saying you were lying by doing this, but were you reading just then?
No, I was not.
Okay, it sounded a little pre-rehearsed, but it could just be a story that they've told a lot.
It kind of sounded a bit fabricated to me because I was in the backyard and then there was like should I add a group of friends?
Mm-hmm.
It's very brief. It's very vague.
Difficult.
It's hard to tell.
Short.
I'm gonna say fibber.
Okay, so I want to say that you actually sound very believable and very nice. So I actually don't want to say that you're lying, but I feel like you might be just to win. I feel like you might even feel uncomfortable with lying, but I'm going to go fibbing as well.
It was the truth.
Intern, can we confirm?
I can confirm that.
Oh, you got us! Congratulations! I'm so
Well
happy
done.
for you and so mad at us.
I can't believe you did that.
Okay, now you email us and we will send you a valued viewer form. You are the only winner today, the only one that will be getting a form. You are
Well
winner
done.
number 4. Congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in, being a part of the show, and being you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
That was great.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was good. That was good.
I love.
That-
They were so cute.
was
I
tough.
loved whoever that was. I didn't want to accuse them of lying because they sounded so sweet, but
You
they
bloody
weren't
liar.
lying because they're so sweet. Now I just feel like a jerk.
Ooh, that was good. I like that.
Me
That was
too.
Good batch of stories.
All right, we'll play that again soon. I love that game. We have one more winner. You got to get me those certificates.
You got to give me the files.
Uh-huh.
You got to give me a high five.
It's a stand-up.
Oh, my bum is itchy. You know what I would do about that if I wasn't doing this show?
You would rub it on a
I
door.
would rub it on a door like any sane human being. Eric, do you remember a couple weeks ago we had Elliot call in with a bum rubbing story?
How could I forget? Honestly, aside from the poetry slam that happened at the top of the show here, this bum rubbing story is probably the funniest thing that we've produced from the show.
Mm-hmm.
So Elliot filled out a valued viewer form. He's in a bit of a conundrum. He's had his roommates continually rub their bums, their bare bums for that matter, on his bedroom door. So it's become a point of concern now that we've had to peacefully confront them. So why don't we tell everybody what we did?
We have gotten to the bottom of the bum rubbing catastrophe. It happened earlier in the week, and we're going to cut to it now. Last week, we called valued viewer Elliot in the UK, who wrote in expressing his utter distress over a situation that was really bumming him out. This is how that call went.
I live with two other lads. One day I woke up, well, I was sort of on my Xbox at the time, and I heard this like rubbing on my door. I was like, what's that noise? So I turn around and open my door. He's there with his bare bum, just casually rubbing it up against the door.
No one should have to deal with this kind of poopy situation. So the crack team that is Wood and myself agreed to call Elliot later in the week and devise a plan that will put an end to the bum rubbing once and for all.
Yeah, hello?
Elliot, how are you?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. How you doing?
Yeah, good, Elliot. Now,
Thanks for coming.
I am so
it's all right, man.
excited to get to the bottom of this bum rubbing story. Please tell me your door has gone unrubbed through the last week.
Oh no. Today, this afternoon when I came back from my girlfriend.
There's
No,
a fresh
stop.
rub on that door.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah,
Somebody's got a handle on it.
I can't make every single time I'm here. It's either here or they lay naked in my bed as well.
No. This is a
A
nightmare.
whole nother story.
This really has to cheese you off. First, front door streak stains, and now just the regular kind of streaking. It was time to fix Elliot's life.
Our plan was to have Elliot quietly wait on the line, listening to everything while we prank call his roommates, pretending to be their landlord responding to a strange smell on Elliot's floor.
But first, we need a few details to get our story straight. Well, we want to confront them. We want to get to the bottom of this, pun not intended. What floor do you live on, or what flat, or what?
We're on the 17th floor.
And what's the door? What's your door? Like, what's your flat door?
1701. Our landlord company is called Good Lord.
Oh, good.
Does that help?
Good. Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay, great.
Good. So I am calling your roommate Jack. I'm going to pretend to be a landlord from Good Lord. I'm getting you to the bottom of this. I really am, right now.
You have a crack team here.
Really. All right, go ahead and put yourself on mute, Elliot. We were now all set to call Elliot's roommate Jack. But before that, we need to travel back 1 week into the past, to the day we first spoke to Elliot. Because later that very same night after the podcast, I received an interesting Twitter DM from another UK resident, Ben, who was an ex-roommate of Elliot's. He had heard the show and wanted to call in to shed some extra light on Elliot's door shenanigans without Elliot knowing.
Hey, Ben, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
We had a call with a friend of yours last week, Elliot. As soon as we got done with this bum rubbing story, I got a DM from you on Twitter saying that you also happen to know Elliot. So are you both friends?
So me and Elliot, we've known each other for quite a while now. It started nearly 10 years back, to be honest. Somehow managed living together in the city of Manchester, where many stories came about.
So look, there was one specific one that we got a message from you regarding a slice of cheese and Elliot's door. So look, Elliot's door is quite infamous.
Elliot's door's been through the ringer at this point, literally.
Believe it or not, Elliot's door has even been off its hinges at one point. Yeah, he's quite infamous.
What is with Elliot and his door? What is this cheese slice story that had you in tears?
Well, I happened to be sat with the man responsible for the said cheese slice. Me and my friend Charlie, we went on a night out and we came back to the flat that we all lived in, having had a few drinks, and we thought it'd be a funny idea to stop off at the shops on the way home. I can't remember how it happened, but like a pack of sliced cheese ended up in the bag. And
you probably bought it.
A bit to drink, there's not much more you can do with sliced cheese than throw it at something, really. If I remember correctly, Elliot had work in the morning. So he was telling everyone to be quiet because we came in and made a little bit of noise. Charlie picks up this packet, opens a cheese slice, rolls it up in his hands. It turns into a very smelly paintball, basically. And he launched this cheese as hard as he could at Elliot's door. And the noise it made when it hit the door rattled the door itself. It took about 5 seconds for the door to fling open, and Elliot full-on chased Charlie out the flat, down the hallway in a fit of rage.
Look, this door has been through the ringer. Elliot is probably sick of things happening to his door. We really can't blame him.
You know what, Wood? You're right. We can't. First bare butts, and now cheese? Now that we have two stories with separate assailants and the same poor victim, Wood and I quickly devised a new plan.
Okay, well, here's what we want to do. We want to call Elliot because Elliot thinks we're still calling him to figure out this bum rubbing story with his other roommates.
Of course.
So what I want to do is I want to call Elliot with you on mute. And I want to go through that whole thing with him and prank calling one of his friends with you there, but Elliot's not going to know that you're there. And then at the end, when we've settled the bum rubbing fiasco, we're going to let Elliot know that you've been here the whole time and fill him in that we know the cheese story. And what do you think, Erek? Should we throw cheese jokes into the conversation, like an obscene amount of cheese related things?
Absolutely.
And see if he catches on. And so a double prank call was born. A prank call within a prank call. Now we return to the present, calling Elliot's roommate Jack. Jack not knowing Elliot was secretly on mute, and Elliot not knowing that his old roommate Ben has also secretly been on mute this entire time too.
To be honest, even I'm confused at this point.
Hello?
Hey, is this Jack?
Yeah, it is. Who's speaking?
Yeah, sorry. This is Richard from Good Lord. It's where do we take care of the building that you're currently staying in?
Oh, yeah. That's
So this is Richard Itchy, and I got my trainee here, Stephen McButts. He's doing a trainee whole thing right now. So he's just going to be sitting and listening in the call. This is not a big deal. We've just had a complaint from your floor. It's the 17th floor, right? And we did try talking to Elliot earlier in the week.
That was me on the 16th floor complaining about the 17th floor.
Right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense about the smell.
Yeah, exactly that. It's coming. I think I know the guys. One's called Elliot, and the other's called Aaron.
So you have no idea where this smell is coming from?
Well, I assume it's 1701 because I live in 1601.
Yeah.
So whenever I open my window, I just get this whiff come in. But
Ugh.
yeah, it could be the floor below, but I have a feeling it's 17th.
Right.
So-
Okay. So look, Elliot has said that 1701. There appear to be fecal matter on the door. Is that
almost,
true?
almost like a streak of it.
I've heard reports, and when I say reports, I've heard people talking about on the 16th floor where I live. I hear sometimes, because when I stand in the hallway, I hear this sound, which is like this. Right? I always thought, what that was, but I've heard rumours that the tenants in the 17th floor on 1701, rub their asses up and down the door of Elliot's room. So
this does
Right.
correlate
Yeah, so I think
with
that would
reports
explain
we
it.
have received. So
With Jack showing little to no remorse for his actions, we decided it was a good time to reveal the fact that Elliot had been here the whole time.
So could you please just, because we don't want to keep replacing all these ass-rubbed doors, could you run this by Aaron, was it? To just stop rubbing his bum on Elliot's door? I'm sure Elliot would definitely appreciate this as well.
I'm glad you called, actually, because I think the next step would have been to call the police.
Yeah,
so
I
hopefully
do
you guys
actually
can
have
sort
the
it for-
authorities on the line. Sergeant Elliot, are you there?
Hello, this is Sergeant Elliot speaking. How can I help?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant Elliot.
Well, as mentioned before, I'm not the
Right.
culprit of the
Of
ass
course not.
rubbing,
Of
but
course
I
not.
do. Elliot has a really nice memory foam mattress, and the sheets feel really nice. So sometimes I'll just take all my clothes off and get in his bed when he's not
Okay,
here.
well, I
but
didn't realize
I
it was
just-
memory foam. That makes a lot more sense. To be fair, if Elliot didn't want his roommate secretly sleeping naked in his bed, he shouldn't have bought a memory foam mattress. However, the door issue is still at large, so it was time for the Big Ben reveal.
That was quite clever.
I know, Big Ben like the clock.
We've also had reports of said rolled up cheese being thrown.
Yes, so I think we also have Sergeant Ben on the line. Sergeant Ben, are you there?
Sergeant Ben, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, buddy. Hey.
How you doing, man?
What a mess.
Not bad, mate.
What
Not
an
bad.
absolute
Was he
mess.
on the line this entire time?
Maybe.
Absolutely, I was.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
After we did our bum rubbing segment, we got a message from Ben saying that there was also a sliced cheese incident.
Yeah. So, do you want all this to end? Do you want the cheese, the bums, everything to come to an end? Is that what
Yes,
you would
that
like?
is
Yes.
all I want. That's all I want.
Ben, Jack. I wish Aaron was here, but apparently he's playing Xbox, and that's all that matters to him right now. Can we all agree, as a family of friends, to leave Elliot's door alone moving forward?
Hey, this will be on tape.
Well, I'm not one of the culprits of this this bum rubbing crime.
Well, look,
let's say,
Jack,
This
you're
hate
still
crime.
free.
You're guilty by
free to lay in bed
association.
naked. Yes, you're guilty by association and laying in bed naked.
Okay, so Jack, you can leave
I'm
the bed
naked, that's
alone.
it.
Ben, you can leave the door alone, and together, if either of you could sit Aaron down for a conversation when he's not playing Halo about rubbing the bum on the door, we could really get Elliot's life sorted out here, and we'd all appreciate it.
I
Of
think I
course,
know
I would
why he
happily
was so
appreciate
mad
that.
at the cheese. I think I've got to the bottom
Oh
of
no!
it.
Jack,
Elliot,
just,
I'm so sorry
oh no!
to have to say this, but Elliot is actually lactose intolerant.
That's true. That is true. And I'm the one that's not. I'm the one keeping my ass away from everywhere. Sorry, I am why.
Okay, so about here the boys went off on their own Marmite and sticky toffee pudding rants for a while, so we decided it was probably about a good time that we ran off.
We appreciate all of you spending the day with us, and I hope we have finally gotten to the bottom of the bum story.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Wood. I do appreciate this. The bum rubbing can go to rest now. No more issues with my door, my bed.
It was a
Consider this
pleasure
case
talking to
cracked.
you, lads, and we will talk to you all again soon.
Thanks, guys.
Lovely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So that's how that went.
That was, I think the one good sticking point, part of the pun, is it the guy that was like one of the perpetrators was playing Halo on his Xbox, which is a game about a giant ring. So there you go. It's
He knew what he
very
was
ironic.
doing.
I just feel bad for the memory foam mattress. Those are some memories I'd prefer to not have.
I feel like Jack knew. I just immediately as he picked up the phone, I felt like he knew who was calling and why they were calling. He was as soon as he started doing I heard this sound come from upstairs. I was like, okay, all right.
It was such a good moment. It was such a good story that I made a song for it.
You did actually, yeah.
Hello there.
I woke up one evening and I heard a sound. What was it? Something so white and round.
Bum rubbers.
Someone's knocking at your door.
Bum rubbers.
Smearing their stink on the floor.
Bum rubbers.
Wait, don't I know that voice?
Bum rubbers.
Ooh, stop making that noise.
I think that's the best thing you've ever done.
Okay, I had the intern give me some lines of dialogue so I could compose this like Ghostbusters-esque.
You keep
really
topping yourself. But not intended.
Suggestive.
We actually had to play that separately because we played it to Elliot on the phone and we were all laughing so much you couldn't even hear the song. It was still hard not to laugh that time.
So there you go. That's easily the best thing I've ever done for the show.
Oh, what a show. I love it. I love it. You know, we're getting so close to episode 13, the fabled 13, where the previous podcast we didn't ever pass that. But I feel like this show gets better and better and better every week. I can't wait for 12. And then the episode after that, we got to do something special.
Episode 14 is going to be, I don't know.
Even do we skip 13? Do we skip 13? You ever been to the hotels where they don't have a floor 13 because it's an unlucky number? I think we should skip 13 and go straight to 14.
It'd be really funny for the people like trying to scroll through like iTunes or Spotify. It's like, where's 13?
Yes, but then we'll always be that kind of thing. We'll explain it later.
Hey, I think that's pretty funny. I mean, end to end.
Great. All right,
Every
cool.
Episode
12 next week, and then 14 the week after. Let's go. Great episode, Eric. I loved it.
Thank you for watching and listening. Catch up with The Wood and Eric Show at woodanderek.com. Fill out the valued viewer form to be part of the show, and leave the boys a voicemail at 210-951-4927. Bye.